Good morning everyone, this is George Bayruthi giving you the overnight report for Monday morning the 13th of October 2014. We're a stockbroking firm located on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and a bit more information about the company later in this presentation. Let me start with a disclaimer. Everything I say here is for general advice and general information only. And before you take any action, please consult with your professional advisor or talk to us directly. And a copy of this disclaimer is available to you should you wish to receive it. All you have to do is call the office. Today we continue with that editorial. We talk about the price trends and patterns in technical analysis and the various systems that IT people try to incorporate as part of their algorithm. And prior to that, we finished a 13-part series on everything you need to know about options trading, and we covered the iron condor strategy that we use extensively here at FS Securities. Prior to that, we finished a series on futures contract, and a fortnight ago we completed a series on various other issues. So if you wish to receive a copy of all what we have written about, or you may visit our website and subscribe to our 15-day free trial, where you can find a lot more education and a lot of more information. You will also find our daily recommendations, our daily scans, current and previous trading results, and a lot more. So we encourage you to try our 15-day free trial. Alright, we start with the data over the weekend. And we saw on Saturday morning that the US market was down sharply lower on the back of lingering concern about the strength of the global economy and its effect on the US earnings season. The broader S&P 500 dropped 22 points or 1.2% to 1,906. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 114 points or 0.7% to 16,544. Over the full week, both indices fell nearly 3%. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index that comprises several European major markets continued to slide and was down another 1.7% to 2,991. In London, the FTSE 100 was down 1.4% to 6,340. Over the full week, most major markets in Europe were down by nearly 7%. In Japan, the Nikkei was down 1.2%. And in China, the Shanghai index was down 0.6%. On the commodities, gold a short time ago was trading at 1,223 US per ounce, and that is steady from this very same time on Friday morning. Silver was at $17.40, steady, and over the full week, gold was up 2.7% or $32, and silver was up 3%. Oil was at 85.5 US a barrel, also steady, but over the full week, oil was down nearly 5%. Copper, the world's economic barometer, was at 303 cents per pound. Iron ore, which is important for our miners such as BHP, Rio, Atlas Iron, and Fortescue, was up 1.7% at $80.24 a ton. On the currencies, our dollar will give you 86.9 US cents, 68.7 euro cents, and of course these are intrabank rates. On our market on Friday, the benchmark ASX 200 index posted its sharpest daily drop since June last year, tumbling 2% to 5,188. It closed the week suffering its biggest loss in more than a year amid renewed fears about global economic growth. The sell-off extended the index losses for the week to 2.4%. It has now plunged nearly 8% since September. The best performer amongst the leaders over the full week, Westfield, up 0.4%. The worst performers, we have Santos down 7%, followed by Newcrest down 6.5% and QBE down 6%. Local shares are poised to open lower. The SPI futures contract this morning was showing 38 points down, indicating a negative start to the market when it starts in less than an hour. Now we also like to give you some data regarding announcement, and as far as today we have the Australian lending, finance, credit and debit card lending. We have some interesting data from China as well. The IMF continues its meeting. Japan, the US and Canada are on holiday tonight. During the week, our analysts here at FS Securities place several stocks for picks and trades. This is only a summary of the positions. In more detailed information is placed on the website under our picks and trades menu. If you wish to discuss any of these stocks, you may wish to call us directly or visit our website. Every day we update the market volume to show the trend over the last 3 weeks. We also like to show the ratio of advances to declines. It really shows the strength of the momentum and how the buyers and the sellers interact. I believe this is one of many ways to understand the trend of the market. Again, this chart is available to you on our market report that we send to our subscribers and we place on the website. We also like to scan the market and show you the various companies that have performed well even though the whole market was down. Here we see Monadelphous Group up nearly 4% on Friday. Magellan Financial Group up 3.5%, Newcrest up 2.9%, and so on. So that is actually some information that we put on the website for you to actually have a look at, and if any of those companies may interest you, all you have to do is call the office. We also like to look at companies with high volume. Telstra had nearly 30 million trades on Friday, and it was up 4 cents and was trading at $5.40. We also like to scan for the top 10 performing companies and the 10 worst performing. We start from the bottom. Whitehaven Coal is down nearly 9%. Resolute Mining again 8% down. And you can see all the list. On the top side we have liquefied natural gas that was up nearly 6%. Alright, we keep going and we give you the sectors. We like to look at the sectors and see which sector has performed well. In terms of, it's all in red as you can see, so there are no sectors that have actually performed well on Friday. The whole market was down. In terms of the worst performing sector, we have the energy down 3.1%, followed by resources 2.9%. Metal and mining and material 2.8% down. Gold was down 2.75%. So it was bad trading day on the market on Friday. We also on the weekend we like to look at the last 2 week change in the various instruments. We start with the US. We see that over the last 2 weeks the Dow Jones was down 3.3%. The Nasdaq was down 4.5%. The S&P 500 close enough to 4%. The US dollar continues to keep its momentum. It was still on the positive side over the last 2 weeks. Our dollar was down nearly 1% over the last 2 weeks. In terms of gold, gold last week was down 2.7%. However, over the last 2 weeks was almost steady. Silver, on the other hand, over the last 2 weeks dropped by 1.5%, and crude oil was down 8.4%. That's a major drop in the price of crude oil. How soon will we see the changes on the Bowser? That is a very good question. In terms of what signals we can get from those data, the VIX, which is actually the fear gauge, was up to 21.2, and that's for the first time we see the VIX above 20 for many months. That it tells us that the market now is very jittery and a lot of concern is taking place. Also, another factor that can help us to determine the trend, we can see that the ratio of put to call options 1.1, and that's actually also again the highest level for many months. Alright, we finish off by telling you what's happening with the Australian market. You can see all sectors were down with the exception of property, which was up 0.7% over the last 2 weeks. Going down that column here, the fourth column in the red on the left, Gold was down 8%. I think we've spoken about gold. Going down that list, we see that energy was down 5.7% over the last 2 weeks. The resources down 5.8%, and so on. Now we look at the right hand side with the various top stocks that we trade. ANZ, interestingly enough, was up 0.7% over the last 2 weeks. Westpac up 1.1% over the last 2 weeks, and Westfield up 0.3%. Last week, Westfield was the only company in that list that performed well. We finish off with the dividends. Going down that list, we can see that Magellan Flagship Fund is actually providing its ex-date. That's the date upon which shareholders are entitled to receive dividends. We give you the dividends in 3 different formats. The first one by date. The second one, we like to tell you which company provides the best yield. You can see that Australian Vintage is giving you 12% yield. So that's again to help us to determine which company to invest in. Finally, we look at the companies by alphabetical order. Okay, I'll finish off now by telling you that once again, my name is George Beiruthi. I'm the director here at FS Securities. As you can see, I have many years of trading and investment experience and several qualifications to support what I offer my clients. My ambition today is to help our clients and prospective clients to become effective investors and traders. Again, about the company, we're fully licensed stockbroking firm here on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. We trade shares, options, commodities, CFDs, foreign exchange, and offer our clients a very attractive investment. We pay 7% interest paid over the full 1 year, paid monthly. And if you want to go beyond 1 year, you can get 9% interest each year for 3 years, and interest paid monthly. Also, we are financial planners and cater for all your financial needs. Okay, how to contact us? You can call us on our landline 61 for Australia, 7 for Queensland, 56304141 for our number. Alternatively, you can call my mobile. I'm available to be reached 7 days a week, and there is my number on the screen. You can also write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au. Also, you can visit our website and join us on a 15-day free trial, and you can surf right through the website, and you can see a lot more information about tutorials, education, webinars, daily editorials, many charts, and of course our daily recommendations, daily scans, current trading positions and results. So why don't you register now for the 15-day free trial. Alright, well, have a nice day, happy trading, and we will be back at 1:15 this afternoon to tell you what happened during the day. And of course, this will be recorded and placed on the website.